So I'm in a personal study area in the library, and I'm about to study. Today, just give you an update. We've been working on skills checkoff. So like I said, it's our first week doing skills, and it's gonna be over. Oh my God, y'all, I look crazy. It's gonna be over personal protective equipment. Just basically putting the gown, gloves, and goggles, and then washing our hands, and how to put on gloves and how to take off gloves. Today is just gonna be really a chill day. I don't get to check off till about 3:30, and it's only about 9 something right now. So this is gonna be a real chill day. I'm just gonna spend the rest of the time here in our library. So it's real chill, not too hard or nothing like that. And then our next test, we finished legals and ethics, and oh my gosh, y'all. Like I said, legal and ethics, it's not that bad, but like when it comes to nursing, like I said, when you do these tests will make it challenging to figure out what is the answer. Like there was a couple of times, there was about 10 questions out of 63 questions where I sat there for 5 minutes trying to figure out if it was B or C, because B or C looks so familiar. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I ended up passing it. At first I was like, oh, I don't know how I was going to pass it, because there was 10 questions where I was just sitting there thinking, trying to put two to two together. But I passed it. I passed it. And then what we're going over now is infections and agents and how to protect ourselves from it. But it's going pretty well, just continuing to study. And then we got some time off over the weekend. We got time off on Monday, so I'll start doing more videos and just talking with y'all. But yeah, I'm just gonna give y'all a little update, and I'm about to do the rest of these little no cards, and going about my day. But y'all have a good one. Hello, YouTube family. So today is February the 25th, 5:08 p.m. I got out of school at 3, and what I'm about to do is I'm about to document the clients that I did today, the patients, let me put that perspective. Right now we're doing majority of skills. Like we've done peri-care, we have put on the compression stockings, we've made occupied bed, bed baths, we done the suctioning, and then the rest of the week we are moving sort of into nutrition, and we're about to deal with trach, more of kind of like invasive stuff now, but everything else is just minor stuff that, honestly, I just think of it as like CNA care, AUA care. It's just basic skills that we do. One thing that happened with me, guys, is that, tell me why, it was my second time doing my skills, and when I was supposed to give peri-care, a back massage, and a bed bath, what they want, it's 24 us, they all want us to go in our skills 15 minutes early. And then we are divided up into groups throughout the day. We have to practice in the morning and check off in the afternoon. So my skills was set for 2:30, right? And so I forgot to come 15 minutes early, but I didn't think it mattered that I came on time, because usually that's the time that it runs. When I come into the facility and I'm ready to check off, I usually have to wait till she finishes with the previous person, and it becomes 2:30, not 2:15. And so I came at 2:25, and I couldn't find her. And so she was with somebody else, and she closed the curtain, and she was like, oh, you're going to have to redo your skills. You're late. I said, no, I'm on time. She said, you're late. You're supposed to be here 15 minutes early. I said, I'm on time. And she was like, it doesn't matter. And I was sitting there like, is it really that serious? Is it really that serious? My checkoff time was 2:30, and I needed to be there about 2:15. So I was just like, oh my goodness. So she basically had to fail me on that. I got to redo the skill for that one. And then I couldn't document the client that day because I didn't do it. If you didn't do it, you shouldn't be documenting it. And so I got to redo those skills tomorrow. which I'm not necessarily worried about because my test scores will just make up for that altogether. Like, we literally get 4 points on each checkoffs that we do. So it's not gonna really affect me that much. But I was just sitting there like, oh my goodness, like, we have to arrive 15 minutes early every time, or they'll basically turn me around and be like, no, you can't do these skills today. You weren't on time. No, you weren't early, not on time. So, I mean, that's fine. I'll start coming 15 minutes early. But I was on time. I was just so frustrated. Like, I'm on time. But whatever, that's besides the point. So if your teacher tell you to be 15 minutes early, just be 15 minutes early. Don't question it or anything like that. So I just ended up leaving for the rest of the day because I got irritated. And me and some friends drove out the state, and we went to the spa. I was like, oh, forget it. And so today was pretty cool. These tests this month, well, this following week is hitting back to back, y'all. Like I said, February is supposed to get real. Like, this week is supposed to get real because we had snow days, so we missing days. We had to change the schedule around, and then this week, tomorrow we have a test, and then we have another test the day after tomorrow. So it's 2 tests this week. And let me tell you, this is a lot of chapters that we need to go over in less than 24 to 48 hours, y'all. That means literally studying in school, studying on breaks, studying at home, missing out on sleep. That's why I said this whole thing is time management. And like, I see y'all comments, well, not just y'all comments alone, the people that have done the program or previously, whomever, that tell me that, okay, fundamentals is easy, but it's not going to be compared to pharmacology or med surg. Yeah, I'm aware that it's going to be quite difficult since we're getting into the body system and you're dealing with either IVs, medications, and knowing the math material for that as well. But again, y'all, like, nursing is, I wouldn't say it's like necessarily right now difficult or anything like that, but it, like I said before in my previous videos, like, you need 100% to, you need to be in this all together, like, for real, because everything is just going back to back, and I'm just like, ugh, I'm ready for it to be over now. For real, I'm ready for it to be over. I'm ready to actually just get back to work and make money and travel. It was my birthday last weekend, and we went to the spa, and I was just, it was only did for 24 hours. I drove there and drove right back. And 24 hours, I was like, oh my God, I'm no study or anything like that. But all I could think about when I was there was, I need to go study. I need to study. I need to do something. I need to do some extra work, something that my mentality is wrapped up into this for another 10 more months, y'all. So what we're going to go over today, and we're going to do it together because after every time I do a skill check off, we have until 11:59 every single day to document this client. So we have, it's a disclaimer, these are fake clients, fake procedures, fake whatever that's going on with themselves, fake hospitals. So basically, we have a patient that's diagnosed with CHF, AFib, HTNN, and hyperlipidemia. So basically what it says is, the nursing student is assisting XYZ with oral care and suctioning during their shift. Mr. Ochoa has taken a turn for the worse and is lethargic with a decreased LOC. He has generalized weakness in all his extremities. He requires a supervision and extensive assistance completing activities of daily living at this time. Oral suction is necessary to prevent aspiration. So what I do in these cases is I just take major key points that I need to know for documentation. So if he's already been diagnosed, it's already going to be in the computer from the doctor or their primary care physician or the previous nurse that they had before they admitted to the hospital. So so what I do is I highlight assisting. I highlight oral care and suctioning during my shift. I actually need to highlight the turn for the worse, meaning that he has weakness, Might be deteriorating. I just need to document it that time during my shift that he's not doing as well. He's lethargic and generalized weakness in all his extremities. So he's not necessarily, his arm is not hurting in one spot, or his abdomen or his sacrum. It's all over the body where he is not feeling too good. He requires supervision, and he's extensive assistant, so we might need 2 people to help him as far as moving around or just doing basic skills, brushing teeth, getting ready in the morning, and then oral suctioning, just to make sure that he doesn't aspirate. So he might be a risk for aspiration as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna document that, and then I have a second case that I did. I've already documented, but I just want to go over it with y'all as far as like highlighting that I've done. I'll read it and then I just take key points and plug it in. So the second one is a lady, and she was admitted to the medical surgical floor for IND, which is incision and drainage of the right knee. She had a right arthroscopic knee surgery and developed a secondary infection, and that required surgical intervention, hospitalization, and antibiotic therapy. The nursing student is assisting Mrs. Stein today. She's on bed rest after the procedure until the further directed by the physician. She needs assistance with her personal care needs. Bath time is a great time to assess the skin fully, including a braiding risk assessment, and overall assessment of the condition of the skin. Her skin has previously been assessed as intact with some light redness to the heels and is blanchable. The student nurse is going to assist Mrs. Stein with a full bed bath, including perineal care, a back massage, and making an occupied bed. And then also the client, she has limited range of motion and right knee weakness. Yeah, and she's an extensive assistance. It says in the sentence, it says the student may need assistance of the second student nurse to effectively complete all skills. So in those cases, instead of them saying limited or extensive or overall dependency, I'll just go ahead and put extensive assistance, because anytime you need two. All right, guys. So it is Wednesday at, what time is it? 4:26 p.m. And we got out of school early, and like I said, our tests are starting to get back to back, and I'm kind of getting annoyed, but hey, that's nursing school. So what I'm about to do is, I did not do no flashcards because I really just didn't have time, and we've been moving so fast as far as skills. There was just clearly not enough time to study, so I only had 24 hours to study, and then I found something on Quizlet, and I just typed in my Taylor's book, put keywords as far as Taylor Saunders chapter 35 nutrition, and majority of people already done notes on Quizlet. I usually just go through their notes, and I go just like this, and I just quiz myself and do something like this. I'll probably go through 3 people's notes to make sure that I have all my objectives, and it's just a quicker method. I do learn faster when I just write my own notes down, but Quizlet is just an easier method right now when these tests are coming back to back. So as you can see, if you look out, it's icy out there, and I'm stuck doing this. So we got so much going on, especially with this. It just never ends, guys. It just never ends. But alright, catch up with y'all later. Hey guys, so we're about to do an NG tube and a gastric tube feedings. I'm so tired. But I'm about to go practice, and then I'll check back in with y'all. And I passed my exam. I did not study for it. I didn't study for it, but it was pretty straightforward, and I didn't cram or anything like that. I just did it and took my time, and I passed with a high B. So things do work out.
Y'all, so they let us out of school early, and it's been wild hectic, y'all. I've been doing so well on all my tests to the point where these last 2 tests, I don't feel the need to study. Like, I feel the need to just look over my lecture notes, probably skim a few pages, and that's it. Because it's so straightforward as far as the scenarios. But they let us out of school early because it's like, it's icy on the freaking roads, and I don't understand why the heck they made us go to school today. See, look, and everybody's slipping and sliding. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm driving like 10 miles freaking per hour, and I'm just hoping this man in front of me does not turn, because he can literally wreck my shit. Like, I'm gonna show y'all. The reason why I'm on my phone right now, because literally everybody's going 10 miles per hour. Like, we cannot drive. Hold on. Like, the people that are driving fast are stupid. Like, they're about to freaking hit their car. Like, look, I don't know if y'all can see this, but we're all driving slow. This truck in front of me, like, the lights is going on and off. That's why I'm glad I just live down the street. So at least that's like, my life will probably be saved this way. People are stupid just driving this fast. I don't see it. And this is the reason why schools need to better plan this out, because we have like all different ages of people that go to the school. And I know high schoolers, they need to take in consideration some of them don't have cars and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm sliding. I'm gonna catch up with y'all when I make it home, y'all.
Okay, what up, y'all? I'm at work. So my bad, my phone keeps like shutting off. So back to what I was saying. I've been doing real well on my test, but my last skill was on feeding and doing through an NG tube, and it was a snow day. Like I said, when you see me outside, everybody was driving 10 miles per hour. They pushed my time in the morning, and I don't usually do my checkoffs in the morning, so they was rushing everybody to check off. So that made me like a little rushed. And so when they told me it was my turn, they was like, gather your supplies, and she was really nice, but I just froze. I was like, what am I supposed to do? Everything, I just like lost everything when I was supposed to check off. I put the towel under the person's chin. I made sure that I turned off the tubing. I wiped it with alcohol, but my dumb self, I took 30 to 60 mils of water, and I pushed fluid first, and I was not supposed to push fluid first. I was supposed to check for the placement of the tubing, and I'm not supposed to see any coffee ground colors or blood in the tubing, and I'm supposed to look for straw colors to make sure that I have proper placement, and I didn't do that. I pushed fluids first. I was supposed to do that second, and so I literally just sat there, and I was like, I threw my stuff down. I said, forget it, I don't want to do it. I said, I want to do a redo. And we both just laughed it off. She was like, it's okay, I have to give you a 2 because you're not supposed to push fluids first, but at least you told me what you knew what you were supposed to do. And I felt like that guy that I was off of Nurse Blake. I'm gonna insert a clip where he did that same thing, and I was like,
what is the patient's name? Can I just say Mr. Smith? Do you want me to talk to the patient, or should I talk to you, to the patient? And is there any family in the room? Hi, Mr. Smith. I'm going to be the nursing student, and I'm going to be inserting a Foley on you. Oh, IV? Check off this. Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of nervous. I'm going to be inserting an IV, okay? Can you tell me your name? I didn't do that. Can you tell me your name and date of birth? Should I wait for a response, or are you gonna respond, or okay, thank you. The glove was already ripped. Is that okay, or do you want me to talk through each step, or should I just do them? Okay, we're putting a tourniquet on. Let me know if it's too tight. Am I gonna see a flash when I do this, or no? No? Okay, so should I pretend I'm seeing a flash, or will you tell me I'm seeing a flash? Should I say it's gonna be a little pinch, or doesn't matter? Hi, Mr. Smith, you're gonna feel just a little pinch, okay? Sorry. You know what? I'm just gonna do the retakes. Mr. Smith, I'm gonna come back and do the retakes, okay? Okay, here's your call light.
I'm just gonna redo it. So it literally on my skills, they make it so nerve-wracking because it's literally, they're professional at this. They're staring at you, they're making sure you don't miss any step. And like, even if you do miss a step, like there's certain teachers that will be like, come on, you know this, like they're literally on your ass. And I was sitting there like, I mean, like, it can really be nerve-wracking because, I mean, you got a patient on your hands, on your license, and you need to do everything perfect. I understand that, but like literally 100% they are on your ass. And so the skills part, like I said, I've been doing real poor, but I'm getting there. I've been redoing it, but my test grades have been making up for everything. So all together, February was it was a lot. It was, like I said, February was getting hectic, and I had to turn in my NCLEX question. I did 100 NCLEX practice questions, well, it's test questions. I had to turn that in, and those all become test grades. And then I gotta look for scrubs because we are starting our clinicals in 2 more weeks. What else? There's just so much to do, y'all. There's so much to do, and it's getting to the point, like I said before, our tests are back to back, like 2 days or a day, and we only have 2 more tests till we're done with nursing fundamentals. Like I said, fundamentals is not hard. I will get through the first couple of tests where you need to study, but after that, I stopped doing my flashcards because I've grasped what's on the test. Since these tests are coming back to back, I've just only been highlighting what they wanted. So like I said, my objectives that I have right here, while she was talking in the class, I've been just going over each and every paragraph. I've been following her, everything she was talking about. She was talking about increased blood pressure. I was on that paragraph, and I was highlighting everything, you know? So I've stopped doing flashcards because it's really time consuming when you don't have enough time to study for the test. Like, I literally had to do this in 24 hours and then test out. So I was sitting there like, okay, all right, time management. So I just been highlighting everything, and not entirely the whole entire paragraph, but enough to where I can get it. And if I needed something even faster, I would type in Quizlet. I should insert a clip on there. Quizlet, there's a lot of people that are already done flashcards on this, and that's the easier method. Now, some of the objectives might not be on Quizlet, but make sure that you get it out the book or get it from some other source. But Quizlet is another great source if you need something just as fast instead of the book. So all together, y'all, like, February was just a lot, but I got through it. We made it. And then March, we are working on clinicals. We'll be done with nursing fundamentals, and then I'm gonna try to get some footage through clinicals. I'm most likely gonna be filming in my car because that's what I'm gonna be doing every day. But I've decided in March I'm just gonna start working full time because we're almost done with fundamentals. Fundamentals is pretty much easy, and I'm gonna be in clinicals throughout the week, and then I'm gonna be documenting on clients. So I would think it wouldn't be that hard. So I'm just gonna pick up more hours just to, you know, get the money coming back flowing instead of dipping in my savings. So March and plus we have spring break, so I was gonna fly somewhere, but I was like, okay, that's not smart. So I was like, let me go pick up some more hours at work and get the money going back, and then we'll be on mental health. So mental health, that is, we only have 4 tests on that. It's a short term. So that means if it has 4 tests, that means I have to be on my A game, right? I can't fail none of that test. Failing one test is borderline not passing, you know? And if I don't pass the class, that means I don't go to the next class. So that means no games at all. So that's pretty much it, y'all. I'm gonna catch up with y'all next week. Like I said, I'm gonna do this by week basis. But I got this, y'all. I'm tired. I'm really tired. But y'all have a good one.